This is Greg Troutwine with Marine Technology TV, and we're very pleased to be joined with Francisco Bustamante of EvoLogics here at the Ocean Business 2025 in Southampton, and we're here to talk about this innovative German subsea technology company to find out what's new. So Francisco, as always, a pleasure to see you. To start us off, why don't you just give us an overview of the kit that you have here on stand, what you're highlighting this year at Ocean Business?
Thank you, Greg. It's very nice to be here again and to do this interview again. We are highlighting some of our known technologies, some improvements. We have some technologies and products that are here for the first time. For example, the diver navigation system. This is the first time we have presented this in the show. We are also highlighting the Quadrain, our vehicle that has different survey capabilities for underwater. Of course, we are bringing back the Sonobot with a few more sensors. But something else that we are highlighting is that we have all these systems that can work well together through different technologies, including our acoustic communication and positioning systems.
Okay, no, I appreciate that. And again, it's awesome. I believe you have the Sonobot out there on the water as well. But okay, so obviously you developed this technology. Obviously it's a never-ending process. You're always refining it. You're refining it based on the technology that's available to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're refining it based on what your customers are asking this technology to do. So with all this kit you have on stand, can you kind of run us through, have there been any innovations of late, any new capabilities to help it work more efficiently and together?
Yes, of course. So we already had many years our communication and positioning technology, but we are now trying different ways to integrate it into the vehicles, so the vehicles can act autonomously as a swarm, communicating together, having all of them shared environmental awareness, and they can also, with some intelligence features that we're building, react to these situations and change the mission accordingly. So for example, one thing that the Quadrain can do is it has an AI module that allows it to detect objects. You train it with some categories of products, may it be mines, missing persons, or whatever the needs are. And because we have limited bandwidth, it would be impossible to do this with a real-time transmission. The other option would be to collect all the data and do it after the fact. With these capabilities on board, we are able to detect the thing in the vehicle and then transmit just the necessary information so that the operator can see what's going on and has this awareness. Once the detection has been made, then other things can happen. You can send a different vehicle, you can send a diver to this position, you can just send a snippet of this picture that was detected with a side scan, for example, and then you have this very near real-time awareness of what's there, and the mission can be adapted depending on what are the findings.
Okay, no, I appreciate that. So obviously this has been a very busy event. I know it's always a busy time for you. When you look at the market around you, obviously we have the scientific community, we have defense, and we have commercial, whether that's offshore energy of whichever form. When you look at the opportunities today, where do you see opportunity today?
Well, obviously, the situation right now has opened a lot of opportunities in the defense and security sectors. But I think there's also more awareness in other areas that these are important things to consider. So I see that there are some synergies developing between commercial and security, and that sometimes this was an afterthought, and now this has to be considered from the beginning. Thankfully, to new technologies that are being developed here by us, by others, it's easier to now do this surveillance or this monitoring of infrastructure that might be critical in a more real-time and also 24/7 capabilities for this. This was nearly impossible before, and the capabilities are reaching their maturity that can be implemented also in a cost-effective way.
Francisco, as always, we appreciate your time. It's great to visit with you and your team. I understand you're going to be on the docks later here in Southampton. Can you give us a little preview of what your customers are going to be seeing?
Yes, of course. The vehicles, we are presenting a Quadrain, an underwater survey vehicle, and then we have a Sonobot, which is a surface vehicle. The Sonobot has an integrated USBL, so it can be used basically as a moving hotspot for the Quadrain. And the Quadrain has a side scan sonar, it has a USBL transponder, of course, along with other sensors to help with the navigation. It will do a short survey of the area. There's not necessarily a lot to see here in terms of geographical features at the harbor, but we can see the operation of both vehicles in a coordinated way. So the Quadrant will be performing the mission, and then the Sonobot will be in a follow mode, so it will be keeping a certain distance, and it will be aiding the whole mission with the USPL positioning and the communication to the surface.
Francisco, always a pleasure meeting with you. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, Greg.